What is up, guys? Zan from playbook.gg, and in today's video we're going to go over a two-play mini scheme out of the far tight slot formation that can be found in the West Coast playbook. Before we dive into this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any of the great tutorials that we've got headed your way here on the playbook.gg YouTube channel. Okay guys, so welcome back. Now in today's video, we're going to go over the far tight slot formation. This is found in the West Coast playbook, and you guys can check out our gun bunch offense written by Clef that was released earlier in the year when he was running the West Coast playbook. This would serve as a nice little complementary formation to the gun bunch. Now, the two-play scheme that we're going to worry about here is the curl drag and the play flats. Now, with this being a heavy cover 2 meta, we're going to go ahead and focus on how to attack cover 2. Now, the way that I want to do this is I want to motion across my X route. That is that little slant curl that we're going to call this, and we're going to smart route it so it goes up to about 10 yards. Now what we're going to do is we're going to streak the tight end, and what you're going to notice here with this particular setup is that the tight end is going to run vertical. That's going to pull either a mid-read zone or a middle third, depending on how your opponent wants to play their cover 2. Now, what I will typically do is I will just run this like so. I will put the B receiver on a curl and streak the tight end, and then just motion that route across. And what you're going to notice is that if they do not hold the middle of the field, this curl route to X will always be open in the middle of the field. Now, one thing that you will notice is that we can go ahead and curl B. So what that ends up doing is it ends up putting us in a spot where, let's say that your opponent likes to run the middle third instead of the mid-read zone, and then they like to lurk on one of the vertical hooks or the other. In the event that your opponent decides, okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and sit on this curl, you could go ahead and throw the curl to the other side. It gives them just kind of that either guard this curl or guard that curl type of feel. Now, obviously, with this, we are trying to get our opponent to hold the middle of the field. And you'll be able to do that fairly easily with this setup. Now, of course, you could do a number of things to manipulate zones. We're definitely going to manipulate the heck out of zones, especially those underneath yellow zones in Madden 20. So I'm not going to tip my hat yet as to what we're doing. But if you wanted to apply a nice complementary play to this, my recommendation would be to go to the play flats. Now, with the play flats, we're still going to streak the tight end, and you can still go ahead and motion this receiver across the formation. But what you're going to notice here is that we're going to be able to attack the sideline rather than the middle of the field. So the first thing is obviously going to be the corner route to Allen Robinson. So you're going to see that he's going to break to the outside. We're just going to throw this and rack it. This could end up being a potential one-play touchdown against a cover 2 style defense, because what it does is it puts that safety that's in the deep half in conflict. So this safety right here, Ricardo Allen, has to respect the vertical to Trey Burton down the middle of the field, as well as the deeper outside breaking route to Robinson to that corner route. So you're going to go ahead and see right here how this works. Now, in terms of your backfield, it really doesn't matter. You don't need the backfield too much. I would say that if you really want to pull down the cloud flat on the right side, go ahead and swing your fullback out that direction, and that'll just help a little bit with making sure that that cloud flat pulls down. You're still going to be able to throw this corner route all day long. Now, that was just a poor throw. Now, the nice thing about this is that if your opponent wants to key in on the route to Allen Robinson, then what they're going to end up having to do is play man-to-man on that. So you'll go ahead and see here what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put the vertical hook and man coverage on Robinson, and then still going to play the middle of the field. So let's say that you have a situation like this where, you know, your opponent is keying in on the fact that you want to attack the middle of the field with the play curls, but they also want to take away that deep corner, so they go ahead and adjust a little bit to take away Robinson. That's where this crossing route to the backside is going to be really, really important. So you can see right here that the B receiver, even though we took a sack right there, gets into that void, and that's why we really like the route to the fullback. You can always go ahead and swing that fullback on this play, so that way the cloud flat will pull down. So I want you to pay attention to the player here on the right, Desmond Trufant. And I want you to notice how he's going to go ahead and jump down in response to our fullback in the flat, allowing Gabriel to cross behind. So we'll go ahead and set up the exact same defense again this time. Let's say that they went ahead and they manned up Robinson here in this example. That's going to open up that throw to Gabriel pretty easily. So you're going to see right here, we're just going to wait on him to pull down on that route. And then we throw the crossing route underneath to Gabriel. Now, again, that was just another bug in the game. but you see that that was wide open. So now what you're doing here is you're trying to give yourself a little bit of a, basically you try to give yourself a little bit of a complement to the dive plays, the halfback dive, and also the fullback inside type runs that players like to run in short down situations here. Because basically when you watch competitive Madden, a lot of these players love to go to the fullback dive. They like to hand it to that player that's at the fullback position. In this case, it's actually your tailback, Jordan Howard, and just you kind of fall forward for yardage, but they don't really have passing plays out of these formations to complement. So what we're trying to do here is give you that run complement. So that way when you're running that cleft gun bunch on the website, you have something that you can fall back into in terms of a short down offense. So make sure you check out playbook.gg. $9.95 will get you access to everything on the website. Definitely check out that gun bunch offense by Clef and all the other content that's on the website for one low price. Make sure you guys hit that follow button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, this is Zan. Get in the lab and good luck. If you like this video, check out one of the videos on your screen right now. And for more in-depth analysis, visit www.playbook.gg for detailed game plans written by pro Madden players. Master the game with playbook.gg.